Alright, I was gonna make y'all a video of what I was doing this week. Replacing the floor in my mom and dad's house. This is the kitchen area. There's a stove, there's junk everywhere because I've been in here working, but that was the sink over here. This was my grandparents' house. This thing was built in the, I don't know, 1950s, 60s, 70s. I don't know. It's old any which way. But they had a sink right there just like this was, or right in that area. It was offside to the window a little bit, but not much. And they had a leak and it rotted out. This house was built different than modern day homes. They had, always thought it was white oak, but after I cut them out, they had red oak floor joists running through here about every 16 inches. It's not exact, but they had it close. And then they had like 1x6s, 8s, or whatever laid down for subfloor. And then the people put tar paper over it and then put this particle board here on top of that. This whole house, I ain't gonna show you the whole house, but this was a section here my grandparents bought from a neighbor. This is the living room kitchen area, and it's big. It's extremely big for the time being, but this place is probably 25 by, or 20, somewhere between 20 and 25 foot wide this way, and then going this way it's like 30 to 40 feet. I don't know, I haven't really measured it, I can't remember. I've worked on it, built a porch right out there. I'll put a new window in there years ago, trimmed it out and everything. But anyways, as you can tell, there's particle board down there. But replacing it, and mom and dad ain't worried about it. They're just trying to, my parents are 62-ish years old. They're between 60 and 64 or whatever. Anyways, and they're just looking to get this by for another 20 years. They're like, we'll probably be dead in 20 years, not wishing anybody to die or anything. They're just sort of realistic. And they're like, we just want it to work and last till then, and you can tear the place down or whatever, because they're tired of spending money on it. They've done put probably $50,000 or more into this place, and the bones are bad. That's what I'm trying to say. The bones are bad. My grandparents let stuff like this happen, and it rotted. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, they moved this in here, and this is just living room, kitchen, this area. There's another, this part of the house sits like this. Well, the original built part sits like that. It's sort of like a L shape, and it's the same. It's like 25 foot, 30 foot wide, and like 50 feet long. This house is big. It's like 3,000 square feet or something, it's way too big. But as you can tell, there's termite and all that kind of stuff in there. You can see the water damage coming through there. When it come out, there was slight water damage to there. It has still got termite damage and a little rot right here where the stove and all is, and you can tell it going there. But again, we're not worried about it. We're trying to get the biggest area so it'll last for them. And I don't know, in 10 years they may get a new place or something. Don't have a clue. But if we was gonna fix it all, we would have to rip the entire floor up throughout the whole place, because the floor does like this, and what's caused it is termites or something has eaten some. But the floor is in good enough shape that nobody's gonna fall through the floor, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, we're doing this. They're getting new cabinets and all, because the cabinets was junk and everything. This is the first cabinet I built. I took the doors off the old one that used to be here and built them a new one. They put the top on it. This was 15 years ago, and tile tops was popular back then. We're putting new countertops on here and all that. Garbage can goes right here, but you can see I put a wood piece right back there. There's a wall there just so it looked good and make it do. I trimmed it up, put quarter round around it, put the edge molding and all that. It still looks good. We're not replacing that cabinet. They had a old cabinet here. They just put this in not long ago. Gonna put a countertop on it too. All the cabinets that's going over here is like that. The cabinets that was over here had like these doors and all, look bad. Well, anyway, I'm back. Oh, I don't know what I was talking about, but as you can tell, old houses, they didn't have jack studs, king studs, none of that. They just laid it out, come back, cut a window in. And that could have been my grandparents or whatever, but we decided to do a trim like that. It looks pretty good instead of doing 45. The mom wants air conditioner in here because it gets hot. They got central air and heat and all, but she cooks, it gets real hot. I got to come back. I'm going to caulk it up. We're going to paint it, all that. Oh, you can tell they cut there, that there ain't perfect and all. Again, if you was going to do it right, you'd have to take cabinets and all down, remodel it. And I told them to save their money to, this is going to cost probably $3 grand just in material and all, because there's 3 layers of 3/4 plywood down there. The treated plywood didn't look good, so we didn't put no treated. This is all untreated. We usually put treated everywhere. Did that. That's just some sawmill lumber. Again, it'll last. We did put treated 2x6s 12 foot long underneath here. This is 12 foot going that way and 8 foot going that way that we replaced. And it turned out pretty good. I did it this way. I staggered them. The first piece we put down looks just like this. There's a, well, it's just 2 foot by 8 foot there, and then a 4 by 8 and a 6 by 8 there. And then the second layer is right verse of it. It's 6 foot piece goes here. The 8 foot, 4 foot by 8 foot goes there, and 2 foot goes there. And then I did this, and this was what was left of cutting off them 6 foot pieces. So we just put it down here so we could save 1 sheet of plywood, because when we put these cabinets in, Mom wants to put some shelves in there. She wants shelves like that, you know. We just nail screw some boards in there and put a little shelf in it, and she'll be happy. You know, she ain't hard to please. I got to nail up the finished wood on there. These top cabinets have been put up for a couple of years, and we ain't never finished it because it needed some more work. We've been busy the last few years. We've been real busy in the summertime, and we're too busy in the wintertime doing deer, so we ain't had time to do it. And this year I got work to do. I'm not saying I ain't got nothing to do, but I took a week here to do this, and it is what it is. But again, that's sawmill lumber. It is what it is. Can't say that, you know, if you don't have jack studs, king studs, all that your house won't hold up, because again, this place been built since the 60s or 70s. It's still holding up. And I had to cut these studs off because it had rotted out the whole bottom piece. There's 2 2x4s down in there too. That's the top one. But it had rotted it completely out. Like, you just crumble it. You could grab it with your hand, pull handfuls out. So I just went up above it, cut it off. You can tell the water stains on the walls and all. I wanted to cut the insulation out so there ain't no mold or anything in there. Yes, I probably should have cut that one out, but I didn't feel like fooling with it. So that plugs for the dishwasher. They're not putting a dishwasher back in though. But yep, that's pretty much an update on this. I got some pictures I'll put in there either at the beginning of the video or at the end of the video or throughout somewhere. And I'll have a video, I mean a picture probably of the finished product. I'm gonna put this insulation in, put a board over it, and we're gonna pull these cabinets, and not these, but the ones that look like this that's new. We're gonna put them in over here and go get countertops probably tomorrow and put in. That's the other thing. At Lowe's, if you get a long countertop, they have to install them. So just getting a 10-foot, and 10-foot goes to right around that plug somewhere, and then gonna get a 6-foot to let it go all the way to the refrigerator over here. So, and I may talk her into moving the refrigerator over just a little. Well, I think it's about a foot too long, but we may have to cut it. But whatever we got to do, we're gonna make it fit and go. But just old houses, again, if you got an old house that's good, you're fine. But if you have to start ripping the floor up out of a house, most time you just about need to demo it. And this one's so bad that the outside wall, I'll almost be willing to bet you I could take a hammer and not hit very hard and go all the way through that wall. But part of it, I'll have some more pictures of it. I may make another video later. I gotta finish the trim out. Like I said, we worked on the house over the years. Back in COVID, that's whenever I did all this in the porch and all. It was right around COVID time, 2020, I think. I've also remodeled one bathroom, a pantry, and the laundry room for them. And built this porch out here. It's 10 foot by 20 something foot or something like that. So yeah, they probably got 50,000 or more in it in the last 5 years. I think last year was the only year I haven't really done anything on it during the summer. But, or maybe the summer before I didn't do nothing either. I can't remember, but I've done a good bit of work. They also had somebody else replace the front wall up there because it was rotting out. Like, the paneling was bowing and all, because just like this, termites eat the whole front corner out. And their bedroom needs to be replaced, the front wall and all. And I'm like, y'all just need a new house. Like, it's getting too much. My back hurts. I got a bad back. Doing this, I have hurt my back bad. It hurts. Like, I can stand up and do anything. I can't bend over and do work like this. And I told them, I was like, I can't. If we do it anymore, you're gonna have to get me some help. But anyways, I'll show you pictures of it when we get done, and before and afters and all. Y'all have a good one. All right, come back to show you. This ain't the final. They got garbage. They live in this place. We're going to take some 1/2-inch material that I saw. I've already got it sawed and everything. It's dry. It's been sawed for a while. I got to plane it down, and we're gonna put boards up through here to electrical outlet to electrical outlet. Then I'm gonna drop down and go underneath there and all that. But at Lowe's, if you get a longer than a 10-foot piece, they have to come install it. Mom didn't want to do that, so we got a 10-foot piece and a 6-foot piece. I cut it off right here. Looks pretty good for never doing it. I just put painter's tape wide so I could run it with a skill saw and all that, cut it. Didn't tear out or nothing really. I mean, there might be a few little chips, but I mean, I'm no professional. Then right here, what I did was I took door shims and I stapled one on this side, and it would hang over there. Then I'd staple one or nail it, whatever, and let it hang there. And I put like 4 or 5 through here, and then 2 on the back, one up high, one down low. And it lined up good. There's not really anything there. And then I took silicone, and I siliconed this side and that side, smashed them together, and I crawled underneath the cabinet and I nailed them up once they was all together. And we had tape on here too, a piece of tape on each side. And then I put a piece of tape over the top, and we put some cast iron skillets or something on there and left it overnight. But why this looks so bad is that's where the old cabinet top and all was. They had like a 1x4 and all on there. I don't know why they did it, but there's a piece cut out right here and all, and that's why we're gonna put them. It's gonna be like 1x3s, 4, 6, 8, 12, something. I don't know. She said she'd like a mixture of it, so we're gonna do that. But it turned out pretty good. And the other reason is these walls are so bad crooked, as you can tell. You can stick your finger in right here, and then they're touching on this end and on the other end. But the wall's bowed. But it looks pretty good. I just come in, put a 1x4 down, and put a quarter round all the way around. I need to come back and we'll silicone all this whenever we go to paint it, but it looks pretty good underneath there, to tell you the truth. And then we got this metal, cause there's a huge lip. It's different. It's probably 3/4 of an inch right there from this part to that part. Then you get down here, it may be 1/4 of an inch or something. But I did that. I didn't really know what I was gonna do, and I cut it at a 45, and I cut it a little short, but it works. But yeah, she's gonna paint the cabinets and all too. And that's what we did to, I couldn't screw these cabinets to the wall, so I took the 1x4s underneath there and I lined all the cabinets up the best I could, and I just shot the crap out of it with brad nails in the fronts, and that held it. And then once I let this set for 12 to 24 hours, I can't really remember, I come back and I shot a screw. These have pieces running like this. I shot a screw in each side on every single cabinet, and it helps hold it better. That one there got off. This cabinet is a problem because we didn't tear all the floor out there and it's unlevel, but Mom really didn't care. She was like, hey, it's better than what I had, you know. So, but it looks pretty good. Sink does pretty good. Dad come in, done the plumbing. Let me show you his drain pipe. Now you got to remember, we live out in the country, and they have their sink just run out in the edge of the yard because all they do is wash dishes and all that. But you know, that's how he plumbed the he plumbed the drain there. Hey, but it works. Mom's like, man, that thing drains faster than it ever has because it ain't got no pinch wrap or nothing. I told him it might stink in the summer, but I don't know. I did come back and I caulked a little bit of this. And the reason why is I had to caulk all these before we put the stuff down. So I just took the leftover caulk, caulked up around the windowsill. And again, you can tell the wall is crooked because of, you can shove a cord in behind it there. And it's pretty tight right there, but I mean, it's fine. She's gonna paint it and everything. I may come back and make a video when it's completely done if I don't forget about it, but I was gonna get this and put it out, patch all the videos I got and photos and stuff of what we did in between. Oh yeah, she had this small cabinet over here, and this big cabinet was too big, so we pulled it out. We got to put a countertop on there and on there, but there's a water line for the refrigerator down there, so I would have had to move the whole water line on. And she was like, no, just make it smaller, it'll be fine. So I put a 30-inch there. She could have had another 6 inches of cabinet. It would have made it look better and all, maybe, but it is what it is. This looks way better than the before. I wish I'd have took a before picture, but yeah, looks a lot better. I like the floor covering and all. Turned out good. But I'm gonna put this together, and we'll see you on the next video.